What's up, guys? Welcome back for another episode of the GhettoRig podcast for you. Episode 145, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
145. Another episode with a bunch of stuff for you guys. Got a bunch of articles to take a look at and some stuff to talk about. For those who don't know, my name is Eddie. Got my co-host to my left over here. His name is Jay. And we got Miggy behind the camera, aka Miguel.
Yo.
So, guys, what do we got for us today?
I got a few things, man.
What you got, Miggy? What you got? I see a grin. I see a grin on Miggy's face.
Yeah,
I know it's
anytime
gonna be
it's
a
grinning
fucking
like that.
good one. Let's go.
I got some funny shit that I was just
All right.
looking
Hit
over.
it. Hit me.
All right. Let's start with a fun thing. Let me give you guys a fun fact.
Give it to
Did you guys know that learning another language, I'm just gonna use Spanish for example. If you're really trying to learn the language, watching porn in Spanish is easier than Duolingo, and it's also cheaper.
So where did you get this information from, Miggy? I'd like to hear that.
It was inspired off a joke I heard off of Kill Tony, which is very, very funny. But
So you think it'd be more productive to just watch
Dude,
Hispanic
it's
Latino
more
porn?
fun. It's more fun. You find more pleasure in it,
And they repeat the same 5 phrases over and over
and you
again.
learn. Yeah, I, C. No. What
What kind of porn are you watching, Miggy? Here, no,
I don't know,
knows.
man.
What the fuck?
It's varied. It's varied. Like I said, my favorite category is Latina. So
Big booty Latina.
followed by big booty. That's the hashtag.
Have you seen that? Is some sort of a town hall meeting, and this guy's like all dressed with a suit and he's got a little baseball cap on it that says "Make America Great Again." He's like sitting and he's asking questions to this town hall people, and I don't remember what was the name of this lady that was there, and he's like, by the way, first before I start, I would like to let you know, guys, that I love big booty Latinas, and then he names the name as a big booty Latina, and then looks at the lady and goes, Ashley, I know you're a Latina as well, and you're a big booty Latina. You're my second favorite. I mean, like, so this lady, like, at one point gets up and leaves,
Oh, shit,
yeah.
really?
Did you guys watch the latest episode of Kill Tony?
No, I haven't watched
Dude,
it.
it's hilarious.
Who's on it?
I highly recommend it. I don't remember their names. They're like nobody crazy, like
Okay.
famous. But the episode probably one of the top episodes out there. That wasn't just an episode. That was a fucking show. It was hilarious. They had this guy with mental issues come on 6 times in that episode, and the crowd was just going crazy about him. So the guy is mentally handicapped,
Okay.
and he got a kiss from like an 11 out of the crowd. That
Okay.
boosted his confidence. So what Tony did was every time there was a shitty set, he would bring out the guy again. And he killed it every time. He got better and better and better. After the girl kissed him, every set got better and better and
That's
better.
hilarious.
It was hilarious.
The girl, and
It's
they got the
fun time.
girl to kiss him on the first set.
Dude, the girl was fucking smoking. She was smoking. Like, I think the whole entire theme of the night was, oh, I've never got a kiss in Austin. So everybody wanted to, Cam came out, I've never got a kiss in Austin. He's funny.
So since we're talking about jokes, I heard this joke the other day. It was about food. You know why Americans do not like snails?
Why? I actually had snails because of the common misconception that snails are bad on a cruise.
Because
Oh,
you
you
know,
had escargot,
But
right?
why? Yeah.
you know why Americans don't like it?
Why?
Because Americans like fast food.
It's just, it's slow. Yeah,
So- Why does a hamburger go to the gym
to get lean.
to get good buns?
Oh.
And another one. How did a hamburger marry a cheeseburger? Marry French fries? How did a hamburger propose to French fries?
Oh.
With an onion ring?
No.
Yeah, those are your
Nice.
dad jokes right there. They're
Nice.
not supposed to be funny, but they're fucking funny because they're
get
stupid.
in there, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could get some laughs somewhere.
Not here, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm sure you get some laughs.
Yeah, I thought it
Um,
was pretty cool.
So the other thing was the Pope. The Pope said some anti-gay slurs. Apparently,
Oh, what did he say?
which is surprising to me because I thought he was like supposed to get the pass on that. I thought that was just like his whole thing.
You think he's supposed to get the pass on it? Why would he get the pass?
He's all about Christianity, right?
Uh-huh.
Christianity doesn't like the gays. They say they're not Christian.
But doesn't mean he gets the.
Well, the
pass
church
on
has
it,
been
dog.
king.
But
Yeah.
isn't that kind of like his thing though?
Well, no, the church has been changing, bro. Church has been changing with times, and they've been accepted.
Oh shit!
been more
Craig Jones did
accepting.
a fucking Joe Rogan, dog.
Yeah.
I watched
No
it today.
fucking way.
I watched it today. It was good.
That
He
shit's
just
crazy.
he just showed up with $1 million, just put it on top of the table. Joe was like, "Hey, make sure you count that before you leave. All right, I don't want no issues." Apparently, some random investor, gave him $1 million to
Put on an invitational.
put on the invitational, the CFI, I think it's called.
CJI.
CJI.
CJI, like Craig Jones Invitational.
Yeah,
Just like you have the EBI,
Yeah.
Eddie Bravo Invitational.
he created his own.
So, yeah, the church has been getting a little more tolerant with gay
Yeah.
rights
The
and whatnot.
word used was Prosiagene.
Rosiachin?
Yeah, that's.
Are we gonna get banned for saying this now?
I don't even know what it is. I just wrote it down.
This for educational purposes only. I don't know what y'all talk about.
You know? Yeah, separate it. That's my dad. Be like, hey, I want to separate ceviche from my brother. And where the grunts are.
Wow. The word
Close the door.
translates
Woman, close the door.
to faggotness.
Oh wow. Okay.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Hi, Leo.
What's up?
You wanna go on camera? You wanna go on camera?
You want to come talk with us?
No.
Well, that's crazy if he said that. I wonder what prompted that.
Next up on our topics, the pier off of Gaza.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it floated
$120 million
fucking away.
just broken due to rough seas.
Yeah, it floated away.
So they're just gonna stop sending aid through like the only way that they have of getting aid through there.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be interesting.
You know, I blame fucking corruption in that area because same shit happened. I've told the story on a pod before. When we were younger and, Armenia split off from Russia, United States sent aid of bananas and all kinds of fruits to the zoo to feed the fucking animals so animals don't fucking die. And what people did, they just fucking took all these bananas and fruits and they were fucking selling them on the streets, right?
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? You got nothing.
Zoo got some, but zoo didn't get all of it. So
The
I'm
zoo
sure
is-
it's the same thing with the
zoo animals were
360.
starving with the people.
Yeah, I'm sure it's the same thing with that $320 million, right? It was just like,
It's funny you say that because I don't know why, but this sticks out in my mind a lot. I remember when we went to Cuba, one of the times my parents were like, damn, I remember when this zoo used to be packed with animals. There's like, it's barren now. There's no animals. Like,
yeah, the animals fucking pass
it's
away.
just their cages.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Well, how are you gonna feed a fucking tiger? Tigers don't need
Yeah, you
grass.
think if they can't find water themselves, they're gonna give water to the monkey? Fuck that monkey. You're gonna eat it when it dies. That's what they're gonna do.
They might just on purpose not
Yeah,
feed him
yeah.
till he dies.
Not even wait till he dies. You
Yeah.
might say, all right, that motherfucker not gonna survive. We're not gonna feed him. Might as well now.
He
while
slept
nice and
5
fat,
minutes longer than usual. He's about to die.
You know, like he's nice and lean right now. We can get the good meat off of him versus
Yeah.
when he starts to starve and he's this big.
I had
Let's
some
take advantage.
I had some fried spam today, which was kind of nice to have because I really was craving it. And
Fried
it was,
spam?
it was nice to
Fried
have that.
spam.
Yeah, and man, it was nice to have that feeling of that impoverished third world country feeling.
Bro, the other
That you
day,
have when you have spam. It's almost like when you're living,
yeah.
on the streets and you can just find a little piece of ham.
So the
Cook it on
spam,
fire.
we called it in Russia, in Russian, they called it tushonka. It's the same thing as spam. Yeah. You hear it in your game, huh?
Yeah.
You hear that shit in your game?
That's like a vital part of the game in the sense where
Tushonka,
one of the
yeah.
one of the first missions is you got to go find a bunch of tushonkas.
Yeah.
That's one of the main foods that you find
Yeah.
in the game that you eat. You
And-
start off like when you start off the game of Tarkov, they give you like a starting stash, like a basic guns and basic medicine and basic food, and it's all tushonkas, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
it's tushonka.
tushonka. The coolest part about that for me was the little key that came along with it, where you could just like stick it and just go.
So that's what that is. Okay. My family makes a really big deal about Russian meat.
Mhm.
because obviously they had a partnership with Cuba. So they
You
would
probably
bring-
ate Tushonkas, bro. You don't even know.
I probably have. I remember seeing those cans in Cuba. I remember trying to open one in Cuba, and my mom was like, "No, no, no, no! Give it to your stepdad because you can't open those. You're gonna fuck up the thing, and you're not gonna be able to open it." I ended up trying it, and I fucked it up, and I was not able to open the damn can. They had to use a knife. To open
Yeah,
around
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the key, that's what the key is for. You stick it in the side of it and then you start rolling it
Roll it
like
and roll
this, rolling and rolling. And then what it does, it literally just like takes a strip off the side, a metal strip
Yeah.
off of it, and then just opens up and then you
Yeah.
just dump it. Thing of that was about a year and a half or 2 years ago, I did go to Walmart and I did buy Spam because I was like,
Yeah.
man, I wonder. I fucking put that on a plate. I cut it. I put the first bite in my mouth. I was like, "Oh my god, this
It's
has
like
been
eating dog food.
many years. Yeah, many years. I'm probably never gonna buy this shit ever again in my life.
You didn't fry it though.
I didn't fry it nothing because we would just eat it like that.
Oh
We
no,
would
you
just cut
fucked
it up
up,
and
dude.
put it
No,
on
no,
bread
you gotta
and you
fry
fucking
that
eat
thing,
it.
dude. Because like when you have it plain, not only does it have like a really
You know that-
like strong flavor, it has a really bad texture, and it's still very salty. When you fry it, kind of loosens up that saltiness a little bit, and you can create almost like a thin crust. If you leave it in there long
Yeah.
enough, it's kind of nice. I like
No,
it.
I didn't
You
do
know what
any
my
of that.
my thing
You
was?
can't have a lot of
versus-
it.
We didn't have Spam in my house, but we always had the Vienna sausages.
Vienna sausages, yeah.
Vienna
Yeah.
sausages,
So-
I would fucking slurp those things back to back.
Yep. Sus, but sure.
I,
Extremely sus, but okay.
I'm a Vienna gobbler, not a.
Not
So
the glizzies.
You,
like
you,
the
you,
Vienna
you're
Vienna
talking
sauce.
about the little ones, right?
Yeah,
Vienna
yeah,
sausages.
they came in the can.
The
So-
fun size ones.
So you know how you were used to hot dogs? They're about this. You used to hot dogs
More
about
sus.
this big,
Huh?
right? You used to hot dogs about being this big. Actual hot dogs back home were about that big, and the way they came, you would buy the hot dogs, and they came in like the hot dog would be wrapped in this wrap, and then they would twist it, and then it would be another one twisted. So when you go there, you'd be like, I want 30 of them. So they will just take out the 30 of them. They cut the fucking thing and just here you go. You take it home.
In Cuba,
and
we didn't have them like that in the stores, but whenever we did kill a pig, we would take the intestines
And then make
the
it,
intestines
yeah.
or whatever, and they would cleanse them out and then repipe them in. You know.
Yeah. And
Like
we would
the-
boil them. We would boil the fucking. We never had them grilled. We would boil them, or you cut it into halves, and then so now you get the half, right? You slit the top almost to the half, slit this way and slit that way on both sides, right? Just imagine having those slits like equal 4 parts, and then as you saute them, they open up like a flower, and you would eat that shit with eggs.
Some people like to
They had
boil
a lot
them.
of boiled.
Boil-
hot dogs,
I
though.
didn't know that
Boil
people
them, yeah.
boiled them, and it came as a surprise to me because I would just
Yeah, that's
get
how we
them
would
out,
eat them.
out the
Boil.
package, put them in the microwave, cook them up, eat them, or just throw them in the pan. Just it's how they work.
Yeah, saute.
Yeah.
That's what we did. We either sauteed it or boiled them because we didn't have microwaves. Remember, like
But
back
I
apparently
grew up
some-
boiling them.
Apparently, some people
Yeah.
do it, yeah, because of the bacteria and stuff like
Uh-huh.
that. But we didn't give a fuck. I never give a fuck, and I
So when we went to
never had an
Odessa,
issue.
we went on vacation to Odessa as little kids, and I remember water in Odessa was known to have bacteria, and my mom would not let us drink that.
Odessa where?
Odessa is basically like the Florida of Russia.
Okay.
Like that's the best way I can describe it because it's on a sea.
Mm-hmm.
So on a Black Sea, you pull up on a map, you'll see it's part of
Oh, Odessa, like Ukraine, Odessa.
yes, Ukraine, Odessa. And their beach it's super cool. Like if you look on a beach, like go Odessa. Well, it used to be former Russia, but not anymore, right? No, go just do Odessa
The beach,
Sea.
he's asking for the beach. You're putting down rundown
Yeah.
buildings.
So do Odessa, Black Sea, Ukraine. So yeah, so there you go. So pull up some of the pictures of Odessa. Like right now there's sand, but back in the day when we were there were rocks, right? Like the entire beach was just rocks. Sand is
Yeah.
a new thing there. And this was just considered to be like the Florida of Soviet Russia, right? When we were there, the water was known to be shit, right? So my mom wouldn't let us drink that water. She would like literally collect the water, boil that shit for 30 fucking minutes, and then let it cool. That's the only way we could drink the water, right? But yeah,
What does that sign say? The red sign, top right.
You tell me, Jay. Keep
mines,
out mines.
небезлично, мины, опасно, мины. Oh, It's
Speaking to the mic. Okay.
on the top is Ukrainian, on the bottom is Russian. I don't know how to read Ukrainian. Well, небезлечно мины, and I'm guessing опасно мины is danger, mines, right? So I'm guessing небезлечно is danger. It's the same word as опасно.
Oh, underwater mines in the Black Sea.
And as you can see, like the letters, they are using like a mix of Cyrillica, which is the Russian letters, with English letters, right? With Latin letters. So, купание та знаходження. Okay, that's Ukrainian on top in yellow. Stay небезле.
Why do some of the words start with the number 3?
It's a Z. Заброчне. Z. It's a Z. That's the letter Z.
That's the letter Z.
Yeah.
And that is like direct translation to the letter Z, like straight
Direct
up.
That's
translation.
the thing
to Z.
about learning a different
Go back-
language.
go
with
back-
different
go back to the other
bro.
picture.
You gotta learn what the fuck.
Bitch, that's a
these letters
3.
mean.
That's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
That's a
That's a Z.
3A50 Pohejo 0.
So ZA.
Poeta.
That's
ZA.
what
The other
I'm-
letter is B. BORO.
P is an R.
P is a R.
Okay, and then O is O.
N.
H is an N. Okay.
E.
E. Okay.
And then MO.
Wait, but how is that one
MO
N
or
and then
NO? I don't see it. I don't see
it's
it.
both H's? Yeah.
Both H's or then N. It's an N. If it's a H, it's an N.
How do you pronounce it? So Zabr.
Zabroneno.
Zabreño.
Zabroneno. Okay. Bronivik is a car that does not basically, there's like armored car, we would call it Bronivik, right? Zabroneno, I'm thinking it's just like they got mines over everywhere there, so don't fuck with that. But yeah, go back to the first picture. See that very last letter on the bottom? That's one letter. It's like a upside down P with an I next to it. It's a letter E. It's not E. It's not A. It's not E. Like it's U. Mine. Yeah.
brother.
Mine.
Oh,
Yeah.
brother.
Mine.
Which one? The upside down P with the L next to it?
Yeah, that's one letter. It's letter U. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can't fucking read that, dude. No matter how hard I try.
Well, it's a Cyrillica, right? It's so okay. So on the bottom it says OPAS instead of a C, NO.
OPA.
Apasna.
Apasna.
Danger. So
Danger. Okay.
it's Cyrillica. Pull up Cyrillica.
Ah.
Cyrillica alphabet
You say that like it's gonna be so easy to
With
write.
with a C. Cyrillica.
Cyrillitis?
Cyrillica.
Hit search, it'll
with a
know.
C.
Google will know. It's smart enough.
There you go.
Cyrillic?
Cyrillic alphabet, yeah, or Cyrillica. Cyrillica is what they call it in Russia, right?
I was just about to ask you, is it
You
the
just
Cyrillic?
told me-
is it Cyrillic?
Cyrillic.
Just
It's
told me it
Cyrillic
rhymes with
alphabet.
acrylic.
The name Rus. Rosaya.
What the fuck?
We're saying Cyrillica. This bitch thought we're saying Siri. Okay, pull up the pictures. Yeah, any of them. Pull up. Yeah. Okay. So here it tells you how to pronounce them, right? A B V G D E Yo J Z I, which is E. It's like Y, but it's not really Y. It's K L M N O P R S T U F K, but you don't have that. C Ch Sh Sh
I can't do it.
E
Wait, whoa.
Mягкий знак,
What's the
твердый
difference
знак.
here? What the sh?
Sh and sh 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 and sh.
Sh and sh.
Yeah. Forget that. See that little upside down P with the little nose hanging out to the left of it?
Upside down P.
Mm-hmm.
That one, yeah.
Yeah. This one is literally the letter. The actual name of the letter is hard sign. Like that's the name of the letter, hard sign. And then the one down, not that one, but the
I
second
know
one
how
down.
to give a hard sign.
Yeah, the one down is a soft sign, but you use both of them.
Soft.
So,
Why are there
you,
multiple E's?
yeah,
Or multiple Y's?
multiple Y's and multiple. Where do you see multiple Y's?
For example, the Y there, and then the one down the left directly.
Wait. Why where?
Y there and Y there.
So that's that's the pronunciation.
Uy.
That's a pronunciation for Americans, right?
Okay.
That's a pronunciation for Americans, but it doesn't like does not sound like Y. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
And then the other one,
Which one?
the other Y, what does it sound like? The one that looks like a BL?
Or yot.
Or yacht.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Cyrillic letters. Now that we're on letters, right? Go ahead, pull up Armenian alphabet. You want to fucking see some alphabets? Pull up Armenian alphabet. Now this one, you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Okay, yeah, no, this one doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah. So again, A B G D, yeah, Z,
And you know how to fucking write those symbols?
yeah,
You do?
yeah.
You still remember?
Yeah. So this is the Armenian alphabet. That's why it's like, it's very unique, right? Like, and the thing about Russia was,
You have a pen there? I want to see this shit.
the thing about Russia was Russia had so many countries gobbled up, and they had so many alphabets that were unique, right? For example, pull up Lithuanian alphabet. That's gonna be a little more readable. Because it's the Latin alphabet, so it's closer to what
okay.
you're used to, right? But then you have the little squiggly thingies on
Yeah,
top and
kind of
on
like
the
we
bottoms.
do as Hispanics too.
Yeah,
We have what
Mhm.
we call accent marks.
accent marks. Yeah, and that's Lithuanian. So you have Lithuanian, Russian, Armenian. Go to like, I don't know. Go to like Tajikistan alphabet. Tajikistan with a J. Tajikistan. Pull that up. See what they have. All right, so they are still following the Russian alphabet. Okay. Go try Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan.
But my dad made a lot, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Take him more
Perfect.
than that.
So
man.
this is the
Come on.
Kyrgyzstan alphabet. Kyrgyzstan is a known country that's a little more they're majority Muslim, so they are using the Muslim type of alphabet that's closer to Muslim alphabet, right? It's not the actual Muslim alphabet, but
It's kind of weird being in that area of the world and having similar looking like letters but not understanding it, because to us this shit all looks the same to Arabic.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing, Mickey. Like in the sense where even though in English and Spanish is very like it all uses the same Latin alphabet in a sense. When someone that doesn't know Spanish looks at it and goes, "What the fuck is that?"
You want to hear
It's the
something
same thing.
crazy?
True.
So you want to hear something crazy? You know what's Mendeleev's chart? Pull up Mendeleev's chart. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Just
No, that's the periodic table. Dog.
that's a periodic table. Mendeleev was a fucking Russian scientist that created the periodic table, and to
Oh, that's
this
what you're
day we're-
talking about. You're
that-
talking about the periodic table.
Yeah,
Huh.
that he created the periodic table, and to this day we're using the periodic table from Mendeleev. How crazy is that?
Are you gonna talk about the Joe Rogan episode with Terrence Howard, I believe it was, where he talked about his friend that had created a periodic table that was different than this one, that somehow made more sense? I don't remember in what sense.
So
it
pull up
was.
the actual periodic table, the one that we're used to. Go back in the pictures. So this one is not gonna make sense to you. So this one is not gonna make sense to you, but pull up. No. Yeah. So pull up that one. That one. No. That's Mendeleev's chart right there. Go back. That's Mendeleev's chart, right? And it all makes sense. Like, but it's gonna make more sense if we go to the normal one. Yeah. No. Second picture or third. Yeah. That's okay.
There you go.
So
That's
here.
the one I remember seeing.
Yeah. So, here it's the the way they have this is by electrons, how many free electrons they have, right? But then again, as you get to the middle of things, like in the yellow part, it starts getting all fucked up. And the way this chart is set up, like you have
all the different things. So non-metals,
all together,
alkali
gases
metals,
together, and things like
alkali
that.
earth metal, transition
Yeah.
metal,
And then the ones
metalloid,
on the bottom are the ones that are made up, basically, right?
halogen, noble gas, lanthanide.
And
On the bottom, what do the bottom ones say?
Lanthanide series.
And anthanide series.
yeah, so those are the ones that behave completely different. But the easiest way to understand this is like the left side connects with the right side, right? Like the very last one doesn't connect to no one. They just kind of exist on their own. But everything from right, second one over, can connect to the right side, right? Like that's
I
the
never
easiest way to
took
understand.
chemistry, so none of this really I understand.
Speaking of chemistry, I took Chem 1, 2, and AP chemistry.
Mhm.
The one that you like if you
And
pass the
this is
exam,
this
you
is
got the college
inorganic
credit.
chemistry.
And I had to memorize that shit at one point.
Yeah.
I had to know
Definitely.
that shit, pack down the whole thing, fill
Mhm.
in the entire thing.
Yeah.
I
I don't know
actually,
why, but
speaking of chemistry, recently within like 6 or 7 months ago, maybe a little longer than that, I reached out to that old chemistry teacher
Mhm.
because we were talking about teachers, and me and Emily both took his class, and we were talking about how good of a teacher he was and how much he cared and this and that. And I reached out to him. I was like, hey man, I just wanted to let you know, like, see how you were doing, and letting you know I was just talking with some friends about you, how great of a teacher you were. I hope you're still teaching, blah blah. And he reached back. He's still teaching from what I know.
That's cool.
Dudley Camp. He's a cool guy. Very cool
so
guy.
so here, easiest way I can explain. Everyone knows what's an H2O, right? That's water, right? Now see, H is in a column 1, which means it's a 1 free electron. That electron just kind of like moves around the nucleus, right? And then oxygen is in a very second to the last on the right hand side on the top. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so oxygen has 6 electrons that are floating around freely on the back, but for it to be a complete loop, you need to have 8 electrons. So that's why you have H2O, because it takes 2 H's to connect to 1 O to fill in the last circle of oxygen. Does that make sense?
Okay,
To be a full molecule.
got you.
Makes sense? But then if you look at the C, at a carbon has four elements, right? 4. So he can swing either way. He can either connect to H4C, right? Which is a carbon molecule, or he can connect to other things with different connections.
Starting
right?
to get into gibberish for me, Jay.
Exactly. So
It's
You're
getting
not
there.
wrong.
It's getting there.
You're not
I
wrong.
was
Yeah.
getting it, but now it's getting there.
you guys know what's NaCl, right?
NaCl.
Sodium chloride.
Yeah.
It's just table salt.
right.
Na is in the very first column. Cl is almost second to last. Na has 1 electron. Chlorine has 7 electrons. So it completes the loop of 8 electrons.
I got you.
That's why you get NaCl. Same thing you can get with KCl, right? Or you can get KBr or iodine by itself, right? Iodine can connect to salt, and NaI, sodium iodide. Right?
Somebody took some chemistry classes.
He's got a degree in
Yeah.
what is it, bio?
I started with pre-med, then went to microbiology, and then yeah.
Microbiology.
All right, this is what's called inorganic chemistry, right? And the funny part about chemistry is either you understand inorganic chemistry or you understand organic chemistry. There's no in fucking between. You're gonna struggle with one. You're gonna fucking ace one, and you're gonna struggle with the other one. For me, the struggle was the inorganic. Organic was the easy one for me. It just made fucking sense. Like I didn't even have to look at it. It just made sense. I would look at chemicals, how they are set up, and I could tell exactly what's gonna splice and what's gonna connect. With this one, Jesus Christ, it's like fucking taking a physics class because you got a bunch of formulas. You gotta put the moles in, the way they fucking moving, and it just. The other one just made sense. Like, you know what I mean? You got 2 molecules. How the fuck they gonna combine? Okay, well, oh shit, this one gonna connect to this one. It's gonna get rid of this, and because of the delta negative and delta positive, they're gonna connect and work.
I was so mad that I was bad at physics. I was so mad.
I passed that class because of Jackson. Shout out Jackson.
I passed
Shout
that
out
class.
Peyton. I copied out of them.
I think the only reason I passed that class with a B was because the teacher just was like, whatever.
Yeah.
He didn't even care.
Physics
I barely passed that class.
physics is a very difficult
I
class,
was
and
bad at it. I was so bad at it.
yeah, so when I was taking my biomedical degree, I had it on the arts. So there was a biomedical, there was a BA and BS, right? So you could have taken it on the science. You could also taken it under as an arts, right? For arts, they didn't go too much into the integrals and things like that. They didn't go too much into the math of, integrals, right? Which is calculus and above. They kept it to the basic math. And our teacher came in and said, he gave us a test. The entire class of 400 plus students fucking failed. All of us failed. He goes, I'm sorry, guys. I thought you guys can do this. I'm so used to the other class that they're cranking these out. Like, this is easy for them. And the way he gave us this, it was like there was no answer. You didn't have an answer. Because he would give you strictly, like he would give whatever he would give you, there would be missing one piece of information, and you had to put the formula together
That's
without an
the
answer.
part-
That's the answer.
That's the part that would kill me.
Fuck
in
you up,
physics,
yeah.
dude, because sure, you would come up with the answer, but then they would ask you, okay, what formula do you use, and show your work on how you use that formula to find out the answer. It's like, well, you got me there, brother.
Yeah. Because
ChatGPT did that shit, dog.
No, not back then.
you
Not back
can't,
in
yeah,
high
Yeah,
back,
back
then you had
then.
to fucking show work.
Yeah.
And because it would be like, you would take one formula, combine it to the other formula, and combine it with the third. That's why I was so good at fucking, at the math shit that your girl was doing when I was helping her.
Yeah.
Because of that fucking chemistry class. Because I had to fucking study my ass off and like relearn completely math to pass the fucking class.
I was so bad when I had teachers like that were like, you need to show every bit of work. Because I was one of those that I'm pretty good at when I get
They
into it.
skip steps.
I know how to do it in my head and
Yeah,
skip
you
a
skip
step
steps,
or whatever.
yeah.
I do remember that class getting a lot of curved assignments.
Yes.
Because everybody was just bombing.
Yeah, he
That
curved
happens.
shit. He curved. He had to curve the entire class of 400 plus students, bro. Everyone failed. Everyone. And then the other class everyone failed was biochemistry. So that was fucking, not only that was biology, on top of that, it was fucking inorganic chemistry mixed with organic chemistry and biology. Woo! Forget it. Fucking half a class didn't graduate.
Yeah.
Half of the class was completely failed and they dropped the major because they couldn't fucking pass this class. And this was only a 3,000 level class, right? Because you got 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, and then you get into the master's courses, 5,000 and 6,000 level courses.
Yeah, if you can,
This was
I
a
would- I would withdraw.
mid-level class, and everybody fucking
I
failed.
would have withdrawn too.
Mm.
What the fuck is the point?
Pull up
I'm gonna go put down the AC.
ketosis chart.
The what?
Ketosis chart. Or just pull up glucose chart. So, or do glucose cycle. Do glucose cycle. Yeah, so you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, there you go. Pull up that very first picture. So here, this is your glucose cycle, right? It, oxygen comes in. Well, not oxygen. Sugar comes in and it starts breaking down, and you end up with a glucose, right? And we had to remember each step and how the chemicals connected, what chemical came in and what did it do to get the next byproduct, and what happens with the byproduct, and then the product, how did it continue going through the cycle to get you to pyruvate, which is the precursor to generating more ATP, right? And then pyruvate goes on its own through another fucking whole ass cycle to generate ATP. ATP is your basically body's fuel, right? Energy source. With this cycle, you generate about 2 ATP. You see on the very top left, right above pyruvate, it says 2 ATP. You generate about 2 ATP. This is where you produce lactic acid. When you're sore and you accumulate lactic acid in your body, is because of this cycle. It's a fast way of generating sugar, right? I mean, fast way of generating energy from sugar, right? This cycle is the reason you have lactic acid. And then if you don't have that rapid necessity for fuel, the 2-pyruvate continues into another whole ass fucking cycle, and you generate more energy. Now, fine, whatever. You learn, you memorize this. It is what it is. But when the things started happening harder is, well, this is you're introducing sugar, right? What if you're introducing protein? How does that go into the cycle? Because protein formula is completely different than what the sugar formula is, right? So where does it enter? Where does it exit? What happens? What are the proteins that come in byproducts? And this was the reason why the class failed.
Yeah, it
Because
looks
of this.
complicated.
Yeah, because it's a constant feedback loop, right? You have two pyruvate on top and two pyruvate on the bottom. It's just constant feedback loop, and this is why you generate the fucking lactic acid, because you get a lot of byproduct that doesn't get used up. Makes sense, right?
Let's bring it back a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Apple signing a deal bringing Open AI ChatGPT to iPhones and Google Gemini's as a second option, possibly prompting Google to also maintain some leverage in that space.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah,
That's
So I
really
thought
interesting.
You guys-
Apple was gonna do its own.
that's what we were talking about. That's
They're gonna do on its own, but then they're like, well, if they're doing it already and they're much better than us,
Yeah.
why not use it?
It
It's
just
open
seems
source.
a
right?
lot-
Apple's all about bringing out product that's been perfected already.
Yeah, they're probably gonna take a Chat GPT and they just kind of put their own twist on it.
What do you guys think about Google's Gemini? It's a pretty strong system as well. It's a very good database.
Yeah, Alex is right. Chemistry is a math
is a
class.
math
for
class.
everyone. Yeah.
It is a math class. It's a math class where you get to actually apply your math, kind of like
Mm.
physics.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
What do you guys think of Gemini? Have you guys ever have any experience with Gemini?
No, I haven't used it.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't have any.
Google AI.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I do not use that.
But they're saying
Anytime
it's
I need
really
AI,
good.
I go to Chat GPT, baby.
Have you guys seen the new little? I don't know if you guys have the update or not, but sometimes it's prompting me to use Google Chat AI. I guess that's what it's called. To prompt stuff. For me. I haven't used it, but it might be a good option.
You know what would be nice if the AIs can actually start like actively searching. I'm sure Google's is doing that, where it's actively searching. Because you know how with ChatGPT you go in and you use it, and it tells you, oh, I can only like have information on the internet up until this time, right? When they do their updates, right? So it'd be nice to actually have it actively search something. Like for example, like if it's current news that you're trying to find a specific detail on, to have it search all that.
to kind of decipher
Yeah.
something.
So what was funny was these kids took a Google AI on one phone and Google AI on the other phone, and then they made them talk to each other. And the funny part was, at first it was very cordial. Then one of the AIs decides to like, oh, I like this, and it talks about, I don't remember, it was something that had to do with physics, but it wasn't like regular physics. It was like fucking physics. Try to flex that they know. The other one comes back flexing even more with like the ideas that he knows too. It was the funniest shit ever. Like these two AIs started very cordial, like kind of like, what's your name? How you doing? And then go into like fucking solving physics issues, you know? I thought it's crazy.
I find it interesting how it got to that
Oh shit!
conversation.
Pull up that third chart,
And you know
the
what's the
black
best
chart.
part? I bet if you put those same AIs on a new conversation to start again, they
Mhm.
would come to a whole different topic.
So this is like,
Jay, 90% of the population doesn't know what the fuck they're looking at.
yeah, this is basically how you generate.
90.
This
More
is
than 90.
this is how you generate energy for your body. That right there, that chart. Literally, this happens instantaneous in your body, and bunch of like things come in, break down, and you get a byproduct of energy.
Well, Jay, you're the only one who knows what they're looking at
Yeah,
here.
I'm just looking at blue, pretty green, red, and black pictures.
Now, F all this. F all this. The person that sat there and said, well, you know what? I think this chemical comes through here and does this. Can you imagine how long it took him to fucking put this shit together? Someone actually sat there and put this shit together.
I mean, it wasn't probably just one person.
No, it wasn't one person. It was just built on top of each other, right? Like, these are proteins. Like, if you ever been in a lab when somebody's actually working with proteins, they're like crack addicts, bro. They'll scratch their hair, their skin, because they're trying to get dust into the whatever dish that they have, because proteins will attach to the dust, and now they can actually fucking do the experiment with this protein. Otherwise, the proteins just disintegrate.
They don't have a more effective way than using dandruff.
The dust or dandruff, yeah, same thing.
I'm saying they don't have a more effective way than that. Like they don't.
I don't know. Would you
have a
fucking
more
go on a
scientific
windowsill, get some dust off the windowsill and sprinkle it in
I
there?
mean, collect dust. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is how they're like they're literally like crack addicts, and they'll be doing their coats, they touch their coats to get that dust off of it. Like, it's nuts.
That's great. That's some It almost sounds like some superstitious doctor stuff.
It's real though.
Shit.
I've seen it done. It's real.
There's things that are real. And
But
can
if
be
you ever have
experienced.
a chance to participate like in a microbiology lab, it's the coolest shit ever because you get to grow bacteria and stuff and then decide what it is. It's the craziest, coolest shit
that
ever.
for me would be like one of those physics class. They're cool to be in, but they're not cool to be graded on.
Mm-mm.
Fuck that. Like I saw a lot of cool shit been done there, and there was a lot of fun experiments done. But
Did I know how to do it? No.
Yeah, trying to figure out how it like happened in math terms and shit like that. No,
Or like cloning, like actually getting DNA.
we did
Taking out
some of
DNA
the
from a cell?
experiments that we did. We did the what is the parabellum thing?
Mm-hmm.
Right, we did that. We did the Tesla coil.
Mm-hmm.
We did one with balloons, and we also built a project for the end of the year, which I passed. Which the point of it was to build a PVC or some type of encasing that would protect against the force of, I think it was like a 15-foot drop. So an egg was encased in the center of whatever, and we had to
That's
protect
a classic physics.
Yeah, my little cousin at 10
yeah.
years old did that shit in her school. And her uncle contacted me, was like, hey, you guys go to an American school. How do they do it over there? I was like, Google that thing.
We ended up doing our project, or at least mine I did within like the last day. I waited till last minute. Then we had like 3-4 weeks.
From what I've heard, it's like a hack to that. I don't know if it's true. Inside like a thing of peanut butter.
I think some people tried that.
I know she built this, it almost looked like a ball.
Yeah.
And my uncle's driver like kicked it around, and then they opened it like, okay, egg is good. It'll survive the 15-foot drop.
I don't remember what like the no things that you couldn't use, but what I ended up doing was building a cube made out of PVC. In the center was the shell, and then there were some rubber bands connecting to the center so that it absorbed the shock.
Yeah.
And I passed. So
I think hers was similar to that, where the rubber bands were holding the egg in place,
yeah,
and the egg one just kind of like did this thing inside.
that shit broke though. It broke.
Yeah,
It
obviously.
broke. It did not survive after that first.
You
drop.
still passed though?
I passed. Still passed.
Oh, you broke the egg or you didn't?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
But the device fucking got fucked.
Yeah.
But the egg survived.
Yeah.
Have you seen those where these kids are they're engineering major and they make them build bridges and then they like start shaking the bridge to see if it's gonna collapse or not?
The ones with
Well, like
popsicles?
toothpicks and shit, popsicles. Yeah,
popsicle stuff. Yeah.
I always thought that's kind of cool as an
Um,
engineering student.
In other news, there was a teacher that slapped a 4-year-old. Yeah, she took him to the bathroom and slapped the fuck out of him.
A 4-year-old?
Yeah, in St. Pete.
Oh shit! In St. Pete.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
apparently,
shit.
talking about bathrooms, apparently Planet Fitness overnight lost $5 billion. So what happened was this lady walks in a lady's bathroom, and there's a dude there shaving, and there was a little kid there, right? And they said grooming, like, so grooming meaning shaving. I'm assuming that's what, because they wasn't talking about grooming a child, it was talking about grooming. Lady goes to them, you need to leave the bathroom because you're not he's like, well, I identify as a female. He's like, I don't care what you identify, you're a male, you need to leave. So what happens, they end up kicking this lady out of the Planet Fit. She took a picture, and they ended up kicking her out of the Planet Fitness and like banning her membership. And this shit got out, bro, and people went in and canceled fucking $5 billion worth of membership at Planet Fitness. Let me remind you, Planet membership is $10 a month.
I've heard members coming to me that are signing up for UFC gym asking about, is the bathroom co-ed and all this stuff, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
blah,
it's $5 billion a month, not a year, a month. So that's 500 million people that just said, "See you later."
Damn.
I vaguely remember of an experience that I had at a gym. It was an early morning, and we were working out, and this guy was like 5. It was from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. sometime there. And this guy came in through the door, banging on the door, let me in, or whatever. This guy got mugged and got his car stolen because he got jumped.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
At Planet Fitness?
No, it was at Am Fitness downtown. and he went to the restroom, and I think he had even got pepper sprayed or some shit.
Oh,
And he was
shit.
in the bathroom. He fucking made this whole mess. I need milk. I need milk. Well, he ended up opening up the refrigerator in the front of the gym and sprayed milk and shit. And my buddy Jack felt so bad, he ended up leaving like $20 some shit on the counter. And he wrote down, "Hey, something happened this morning." Blah blah blah. Yeah. And they called him. But that could have been fucked up because they could have canceled the membership, or even worse, give him some type of fine or something because we let somebody into the gym.
Yep.
Damn.
We will not have that at the UFC
That
gym.
motherfucker had a whole fucking mess in the front.
We're
Milk in the bathrooms.
we're strictly an attendant at all times, Jim. You will
Strictly
not just,
dickly.
Yeah, strictly dickly. An attendant at all times.
But yeah, so there's been, but anyway,
Yeah, I saw our watch article there. 10 best new watches, I think it was.
yeah, there was
Third
10,
one. Yep.
10 the newest watches that came out, this month.
This watch is bad. Not a fan. Too expensive.
I haven't seen the price, so.
The Kith, man, that Kith Tag Heuer is plastic. It's plastic and it's $1,500.
Oh,
Quartz.
okay. Christopher Ward 12 X.
Not a bad looking watch.
Yeah, so this is the classic 12 that they made after
Skeletonized?
an homage to Joe Genta. Yes, this is a new skeleton they just came out with. They've been moving this watch really hard. I've seen a lot of promotion on it.
I like what they did there. It's kind of thin, but they kind of reimagined that, hexagonal
Mhm.
Yeah.
shape, and then kind of made it their
Shit,
own.
Miggy start recognizing watches.
It's a very, very,
yeah.
very nice watch.
Miggy came in with no idea what watches are. Now he recognizes the hexagons and
Especially-
octagons.
Especially, you're getting a cost certified watch for a decent price.
Yeah,
Next,
and that's the tag where he's talking about
Yes.
$1,500.
it's too bulky on the sides.
No, it's a very, very small watch.
Yeah, but that just looks too bulky.
It does. It almost looks like a toy.
Yeah, it's just. It doesn't look like.
I don't know. I don't want to hate on Tag or Kith, two brands that I actually kind of like. But, man, I think they fumbled this watch. It's too expensive.
Right after Omega did that, and then fucking Blancpain came out and did that. Tag had to fucking. It's like, come up with your own shit, bro. Like, everybody's jumping on a hype wagon,
Spinnaker Croft Pioneer Automatic.
I've heard of Spinnaker a lot.
I
From
like
what
the
I've
way
heard.
it looks.
It's a Seiko NH35 movement, so.
I'm not gonna lie, I like the way.
How much does it cost?
I don't think these are expensive.
$270. Yeah, okay.
Not bad.
Yeah, I like the way that.
Two-door, the Pelagos FXD Chrono Cycling Edition. Pelagos is a known diving watch, but they made it a chrono. And it's probably super light.
I'm not a fan of the bands, but that just goes for any type of band like that.
I just don't know how much I like a diving watch that's also a chronograph. Makes no sense
it
to
kinda
me.
looks sick. It looks pretty good.
I'm not against it.
It looks good. It's just the band for me. That's what it does.
They went for light, right?
And
That's the
Pelagos,
idea.
I think the Pelagos line isn't necessarily to be only a dive watch, Jake. Like, yes, this is a dive watch. It still has the 60-minute bezel, but it doesn't have an actual dive bezel where you can turn it around, I think.
Yeah, it
So
does
it's-
right there. See, 60.
Yeah, but you can't. I don't think you can move it like a traditional dive bezel.
You can?
No. So I don't think this is really meant to be a dive watch. This is a chrono race watch,
It's
meant for
fixed.
cycling.
On a Pelagos.
60-minute bezel.
On the Pelagos platform, meaning it's titanium, more than likely, and, never heard of this, hand heart. I like the dial
Offset?
design. Yeah, of having the small seconds on the left. I think that looks pretty cool.
It looks like I would wear this as just a everyday watch.
Yeah, you can wear it every day.
It looks like a military watch almost.
It's PVD coded.
Mm-hmm. Styled like a pilot watch, so basically like a field watch.
Mm-hmm.
Very similar
Yeah.
style.
That's what it definitely has that look.
This one is kind of cool.
I don't know, man. There's not many brands to me that can pull off the cushion case.
Yeah.
No, that what they call the cushion case looks like a
Mhm.
pillow.
It's a
You know?
Piaget thing. Piaget does pull them up, though.
The other one,
Panerai, you mean?
yeah.
Panerai? No, Piaget. Piaget has those cushion cases.
Well, I mean, everyone makes a cushion case. Vacheron makes a cushion case. There's even old Rolexes that are styled in the cushion case. But I'm saying, like, the most known watch you're going to find in a cushion case is going to be a Panerai. All of their watches are cushion cases.
Yeah.
Formex. I've heard of this brand a few times. I don't know how good it is. I've seen their ads.
It just looks bulky to me. You know, I don't know how big it is, but it looks bulky.
The case
39
style reminds me of
millimeters, so
the
it's not gonna
case.
be
The
that
case style reminds me of Grand Seiko.
I feel like I've seen this watch on somebody. I don't remember who.
Dial's pretty cool though.
Super
Yeah.
lume on it. So
Unimatic U4S BB.
these are very under the radar watches, but they're made like it's a Solita movement, but they're made.
Shit looks
You
sturdy.
literally can drop an atomic bomb on it.
Shit
and
looks like
nothing
a
would happen.
Nokia.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like an old school Nokia. Yeah.
I like it. If it had a date function, I'd like it even more.
These are definitely like indestructible, but they'd fly under the radar.
After
most of the
this,
time.
don't forget
Kinda
about
has
a.
that- Go.
After this article, do not forget about an IWC full loomed case.
Mhm.
First ever loom case.
I just put a Zodiac in there.
Ceramic, full ceramic. They did ceramic is usually a mix of some other materials plus metal. It's really strong. Blah blah blah. They did a ceramic with super luminova built into the ceramic already. It's really cool. We're gonna look at it after.
This one kind of reminds me of the Tudors as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a black base style dial with the hour markers the way they are.
Yeah.
Damn, he said like a tutor. Look at that. He recognized.
I'm
Oh,
telling you,
shit.
bro.
Miggy knows something now. What the fuck is this?
This is Megatron.
But like, it looks like they right hooked this watch.
You know what it
When they
looks
was
like?
like-
It looks like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. You know what I mean? Like just completely
This
wrecked.
is the watch that the guy from the Goonies wears. Hey, you guys! A fucking
I've heard that
fucked up
reference
face
way
there.
too many times.
It's a
recently.
Frogman titanium, so it's really designed for The idea is designed for Navy SEALs, right? Because they're the frogmen.
All titanium frogman is a refined beast of a dive watch.
Yeah, if you're not a fucking Navy SEAL wearing this, I don't want to see you wearing this.
No, if you're not carrying your AR and fucking full kitted out, I don't want to see you wearing this shit, dog.
In your pocket. The
fuck.
AR has to be concealed in a pocket too. Like it got to be like incognito. You got to travel light but heavy.
50 millimeter case. New. All right, no, I don't. What is this?
Nubel
What is this?
Magellan, 24-hour automatic retro blue.
If you can't afford an ornate and pricey Richard Mille watch, the new Magellan model might just be your best option. I don't want to.
It's $780. You definitely cannot afford the Richard Mille if this is what you're looking at. $780.
Don't do
Doesn't
it.
look terrible.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I'm with him on this one. Don't
Don't
do
do
it.
If it was a different color,
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
wow.
That shit is huge.
Yeah.
50 millimeter.
Yeah,
but
49 ml,
Richard-
bro.
Richard Mille's big.
Yeah,
No,
but
it's
that's a
not that
Richard
big.
Mille.
It's not that big.
I think they're just trying to make it a guy's watch.
Well, they're just,
Guys,
there's a lot of Cuban brethren. I was about to say, he stole my thunder. Cuban brethren
Cubans,
would
bro.
love this shit, bro. Go
Alright.
to that IWC.
new super loom IWC. This was worn by one and only 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, so the dial itself is super lume.
The dial, the whole fucking watch.
I mean, the case itself.
the entire watch is
Oh,
super
that's
loom
cool.
that lasts up to 24 hours.
Of the loom? Holy
Yes.
shit, that's a lot of loom.
Yes, that shit's crazy. This is like a dream watch for me. I don't like chronographs too much, but that's
Oh,
Fucking awesome.
even the fucking
everything.
Elaborate a little bit on the loom. How does it work? What do you mean by 24 hours? Is
So
thing
that
using
blue-
the sun's
that-
energy to
Yeah.
light itself?
So to use any light to power itself, just like if you took not my watch, but Jay's watch right now, and you put his phone up to it, or if you turned off the lights in this room, you could see it just because it gets enough
Yeah.
from natural light. But if you really wanted to see it, you put some light to it, and it takes in basically from what I've heard, the Super Luminova is intakes that light and holds it and distributes
How
it
much is
versus
this one, and
reflecting
can
it.
I afford it?
I don't know how much this watch is.
that's gonna be expensive. It's 101, right?
I don't think so.
Just do price. Google it. Probably gonna be
Just
in the
put price
50s.
after that.
Sarah Loom
Oh, yeah.
price.
Mm, 500K.
500K. Oh, I was way off. Over 200K it says.
Holy mother of Jesus!
Yeah,
I mean, when you
that's-
start talking ceramic watches, they're never cheap.
yeah.
the amount of looms that the amount of work that goes into just making a ceramic case is it's unbelievable.
The thing is, I would be afraid to wear this shit. You know, one little
Dude,
crack at the door seal when you
that's
walk in.
true.
Woo.
They look sick.
It's
You're
a
not lying
sick
you're
fucking
not
watch.
lying when you're saying like that's something I'd like to have. That's
Yeah, no, for sure, bro. If I had the money and we could spending 400, we wanted spending that money on watches, this would be part of
that's
my
a
collection.
fucking
Shit,
sick watch. It's just everything about it. I mean, so you got the band, which is like
it's also
super
loom.
super innovative, right?
Yeah, it's
Super
also
light,
loom. Yeah,
futuristic.
nylon. It's gonna be nice and light.
You got a very simple
I love.
dial on it, so
Yes, because they didn't. Even though it's a busy chronograph,
You can't
they
see it.
they can't see it because it's all white. So
Mhm.
it's very very like flush in the sense where it doesn't look busy because
simple.
it's hard to make out all the details. So it kind of makes it a little more.
The only way you're
bland,
making out
but
the
still
details is
minimalist.
nighttime.
You've got a nice calendar on it. The hands are nicely
Day
detailed,
and
so you
date
know where
function.
everything is exactly. It's a solid watch.
It's a badass watch.
That
It's
is
about
very fucking
$100,000.
solid.
I can think of better watches.
Scroll down a little bit. Let's see how they did this. I want to start at the top.
IWC, through its experimental engineering division, XPL, has introduced its new Ceruleum technology. Now, before I even started into this thought came up. This is just enough of common technology. So, although this is a cool technology now, 10 years from now, this might just be the norm.
Shit, Seiko might have a fucking loomed watch.
For a lot cheaper.
You never know, dog. He's absolutely right. I think this is something that probably a lot of other watch companies are going to adopt, unless IWC patents that bitch.
Yeah.
Like a lot of watch companies do with colors, designs, and bro, even like the dial color of something,
Yeah.
we'll patent that shit.
Mhm.
Like for example,
Rolly.
Rolex. There's a very famous story with Rolex in the Milgauss
Mm-hmm.
that Rolex hasn't patented the way that they tint the sapphire on the Milgauss. You know, has that green tint on it. The Milgauss is the Rolex made a watch for electric engineers. This watch can handle up to I don't know how many measurements of some kind of where they measure magnetism, because magnetism messes with automatic watches, right? It can throw the timing off, a bunch of stuff like that. There's even everyday people can get their watches can become magnetized, and it messes with the accuracy. And you can buy like a $20 demagnetizer on Amazon to like reset it and shit. It's pretty cool. Anyways, they made a watch called the Milgauss. It actually has an orange lightning bolt as the seconds hand, which is pretty cool, and it has a green tinted sapphire. So the glass is like tinted green. They haven't patented that because they don't want anyone else to know how they did it. Because what happens is you go and patent it, and then you mess with the way you did it a little bit, and you create your own patent around it as well. You just have to go around the loopholes. They don't want anyone to fucking know, so they haven't patented it yet on purpose.
So if you patented it, you have to tell the people how you did it?
Yeah.
Well, that's what the patent is.
Yeah. How I did it, what the outcome
How
was,
come-
and that's mine. No one
So-
else can do that and sell this.
This might be a stupid question, but Coca-Cola, they have a patent.
Yes. Yes. You cannot go and take the exact ingredients and process of Coca-Cola and slap your own label on it and sell it.
But
You
nobody
can't do that.
knows the ingredients to Coca-Cola. Exactly, right?
So the exact process is what they call a little bit of a secret. But no, dog, you can go look up how they make Coca-Cola.
KFC would be the exact amount of spices to put. Even if you know the spices, they're saying, okay, these are the ingredients we're using to make this, but they're not going to tell you exactly how much of it they're using, right? They're telling you these are the ingredients. You want to go figure out. A little half a milligram will make a fucking difference, so.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, go to that Zodiac watch that I posted. Yeah, see, there we go.
Full loom dial?
Mm-hmm.
That's badass. I love a watch like that. Like, for example, that PRX, that's fucking badass. But they only do that on the quartz white dial PRX.
They'll come.
I don't know why they did that.
It'll come because they started with PRX on a quartz.
They did.
And then they went into the automatic. It'll come.
Yeah. Well, they have a white dial, automatic, but it's not full loom dial like the quartz one is, from what I know of. I may be wrong.
The CIA has confirmed what Area 51 is actually used for. Before we read this, do you think it's true, or they're just kind of giving you something where you're like, okay, yeah.
I think
fine.
aliens are real, but I don't know if we've made contact with aliens. That's a question I like to
You
ask.
just have to wait till the next article, my friend, because we're gonna continue. So read a little bit of this.
Rumors around Area 51 have been around for decades, with many thinking it's huge government cover-up for studying extraterrestrial species located deep in the Nevada desert at Groom Lake, the top secret facility has fueled people's endless conspiracy theories and UFO ideology. Who can forget the infamous 2019 Facebook event, They Can't Stop All of Us, which
Right.
jokingly persuaded people to storm Area 51 and uncovered secrets. However, the CIA insists that Area 51 is merely a U.S. airbase and nothing more. They have repeatedly clarified that it is not a site for testing alien technology, nor does it house secret samples from UFOs.
Lies. I don't believe him for a second.
The site is used for testing out new planes and drones away from prying eyes. Over the years, it has been essential in developing famous aircraft like the U-2 spy plane, which played a significant role during the Cold War. The U-2 was designed for high-altitude reconnaissance missions, making it difficult to detect. Area 51's true hidden purpose is key to its reputation, but it also means that any UFO that is spotted near there is most likely an experimental spy plane that's not listed on public flight plans.
So that's exactly what I was gonna say. So I can see why Area 51 has gotten this story behind it because of what they're doing there. You know, not necessarily that they have outer world stuff.
Mhm.
They're just testing the new things there, and everyone's looking and going, "Oh shit! I've never seen a plane go that
So
fucking fast."
here's the idea that I have: are they hiding shit in Area 51? Yes, but
Is
I
it
think it's
aliens?
not as extravagant as fucking
Is it
aliens.
aliens that they're hiding in Area
Probably
51?
not. Probably not. I'm leaning on
Is it-
probably not.
Is it the new version of a B2?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, or at least in works. You know.
So
It's like asking a regular person, do you have drugs? Yeah, I have like the regular stuff that you keep, like you have some creams. and
Yeah.
shit.
yeah, aspirin, nigga.
Yeah, it's like walking down the street and saying, "I know this motherfucker's hiding heroin in his drug cabinet." You know, it's like, what? He's got an aspirin in his fridge. Doesn't want it to expire, but I don't know if he's got the heroin.
All right. The Area 51's true hidden purpose is key to its reputation, but it also means that. Okay, we already read through that.
Yeah.
The Air Force acquired Area 51 in the 1950s, and it has been a hub for testing and experimenting ever since. However, the U.S. government only officially acknowledged its existence in 2013. The base itself is fairly small, but the restricted area around it is over 90,000 acres, or 36,000 hectares.
That's sus. That's sus. Air Force acquired Area 51 in the 1950s and has been a hub for testing and experiments ever since. However, the U.S. government has only officially acknowledged its existence since 2013.
Well, think about it. We went.
That's sus as shit.
Yeah,
You have to acknowledge that. That's extremely suspicious.
yeah, but you got to remember, during that time, we went through. It was right after war, Second World War, 44. Right, that's when the war was ended.
So you think that's why they kept it under
You
wraps?
need a safe
And
place
then we
to
went
test
pretty
this
much.
shit.
Pretty much a couple of years after, we went into the Cold War, where it's
Right,
like,
okay,
Russia
I get
or
what you're
United
saying.
States
No one
wouldn't
knew about
attack,
the Manhattan Project until everyone knew about the Manhattan Project.
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
thing.
So they denied it, simply because they didn't want Russians or Chinese or whoever were the enemies find out exactly what we're testing. So
It's mostly conspiracy theorists and media who call it Area 51 to the U.S. government. It's simply the Nevada Test and Training Range, part of Edwards Air Force Base. Despite official statements, though, those who believe Area 51 is more than just a testing base are still unconvinced. After all, they argue that if the government had extraterrestrial technology or alien specimens, it would be the last to publicly admit it. The basic flawed premise behind the Area 51 mythology can be boiled down to this: the government won't reveal what's going on there, so it must be something ultra super amazingly secret, Radford added. Whoops.
it's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. So that's basically what it is. Now go to that other article that I posted.
Well, what's about the Zodiac? We didn't even read anything about it. Oh, well,
Who
never
cares?
mind.
It's a
There it goes.
Zodiac. What was that other article with Las Vegas? That one, Las
The one
Vegas.
to the left of it, yeah.
Yep, there you go. Las Vegas alien video shows at least two beings using cloaking devices. I'm opening it up to peer review. So, apparently someone in Las Vegas ended up filming these two beings that were using cloaking devices, and it just kind of disappeared, right?
You know what that looks to me as a photographer? That just looks like somebody tried using a healing brush and it just fucked up. That's all that looks like.
I don't see nothing there.
Well,
It's just
there's a
big
video of
patch
it.
Pixelated pixels right here.
Yeah.
This whole entire thing.
That's what I see what they're pointing at, but I don't.
It just looks like somebody fucking
Well,
heel
so
brushed
It's like
this
Blur.
and
It
it's
looks like
got
Blur,
some of this
bitch.
let me
Like-
let me just throw a little light on this. Where's Area 51 again? Nevada, right?
Nevada. Okay.
Ooh, hold on. Let me
You think
zoom
one
in.
escaped?
Let me zoom in for this one.
Where's Area 51 is in Nevada, right? What are they testing in Area 51 according to CIA? Technology that we don't know about and they don't want us to know about. Could it be some Navy SEALs that work at Area 51 were testing clothing and they went out there on a little mission to see how well they can do and just ended up accidentally getting some people that noticed them and took photos?
I think that would never happen. I think that would never happen. I think that the U.S. is way too strict on something like that to let them just go try it out in the middle of a bunch of civilians.
Maybe not. I
I
don't
think
know.
that's a little far
I don't
fetched.
know.
That's one of the worst ones conspiracies I've heard. Jay, come on, I know you can do better than that.
So, anyway, oh
I
no
know
no,
you can do better
go
than that.
down. What does it say? Do we have the video? Yeah. So there's a bunch of people. Look, there's a bunch of people that are taking pictures of this stuff and like looking at it.
I
Body
don't see
cams.
nothing.
I think the video was on
Scroll
top.
up to the other picture.
I think the video
one?
was on
I
top.
don't. Bro.
Go to the video on top. I think there was a video on top.
No, there's no video anywhere.
Yeah, there will be a video. Go up. Right there.
No, these are people talking about it.
Yeah. They're talking about the pictures and stuff like that.
Bring it on. Look at what I've put on my YouTube channel. Look at what Jim and I are going to talk about today.
Do double speed.
And I'm willing to hear what professionals in my field have to say about this and open it up. And if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. But I think that the evidence at this particular time with what we've seen here,
When you have
This dude
Couple
looks like
things
he's from the streets of San
these
Francisco,
entities,
straight off the
both in the
fucking
background
crack.
and in the
Telling me that
foreground,
there's
behind the
aliens
fence
using some
are
fucking
real.
camouflage.
nah, and you
They're
know
there.
that guy in the back
This is
believes
not
aliens because
fake.
look,
This
he
is not a
got
fraud.
5 time
I
zones.
guarantee
I
it.
did, bro.
100%.
You know he believes in that
These
shit.
two items, these two beings, are in the real world environment with the Kenmore family. That's a fact. It's an absolute
Fuck these
fact.
dudes, bro. They
That
just
is
talking
there.
shit.
Bro.
And the one in the background is there.
He's just trying to chase the
100%.
clout, bro.
Beyond any reasonable
Self-proclaimed
doubt,
evidence
these beings are
specialist.
there.
They're just
Now, the
they're just
question
yeah,
is-
self-proclaimed.
Who are they? Where are they from? And what do they want? That's where the
Oh
conversation
my god,
want your
it's the same,
children.
the
Yeah.
same question as
They
always.
want your children blood.
Remarkable Kenworth Super Truck 2 cuts.
Super Truck 2 cuts fuel bills by 50%. So they
Stop.
posted this thing. They posted this thing on Instagram, and everybody's like, "This is why you don't buy Teslas." There was some going on with it, right? These Teslas, who wants them? And like, got bunch of views, and bunch of people were going like, "Bro, that's a Kenmore truck. It's not an electric car. It's an engine car." Like, they just keep saying this is the new Kenmore truck. And like, a lot of people were hating on this, thinking that this is an Tesla or electric car. But it
what
just
is it
ended up being
using?
a gas engine. It's just a gas engine that's very, very. We could go back up, see how it's like covering the tires and everything. It's very aerodynamic. So because of the aerodynamic
It helps with the economy.
component of the truck, it helps a lot. But look how badass that looks, man.
Damn, center console thing, like I don't know what it's
And
called.
those are
Those are
the
your cockpit.
those are
Yeah,
the
center
mirrors,
cockpit.
bro. Those are the mirrors.
Yeah, they're just cameras.
Just badass, man. Look how badass it looks, like super close to the ground, and that's what prevents it. That's what
Super
adds the-
Truck 2. This is the second
Mhm.
one.
Yeah, so I thought it was pretty cool. You know what I mean?
In other
It
news,
is pretty cool.
2 people were found in St. Pete stealing oil from restaurants, Cracker Barrel and Metro Diner,
You know why, right?
because they could
Convert that into fuel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Apparently 50% of that gets converted into
Yep.
diesel.
Yep. You use bacteria and then you convert it into fuel.
I didn't know that.
Super easy to do.
I thought they were just reselling them in the street.
Yeah.
Some resold frying
So-
oil.
Talking about something, apparently in Miami, if you are a housekeeper right now in Miami, you can make upwards of $150,000 and more per year.
Shit.
So what happened? Bunch of the New Yorkers that sold their houses and moved down to Miami, or a bunch of the rich people that came down to Miami, they're like, we need housekeepers. And there's a shortage of housekeepers, and housekeepers be saying,
Nobody wants to do that job.
I want a salary.
Yeah.
I want a salary. And right now is a big thing. It's just hit the news how in Miami they're having a shortage of housekeepers at $150K a year
The
to
maid
clean a house.
the maid business is one of those businesses that's it's never gonna, be shortage of. There's shit that's
in
gonna
a-
have to be cleaned up.
Yeah, in a
Is that a big thing in Cuba where you have like you pay
No.
someone to come in and clean and cook or anything like that?
Nah.
it's
In Cuba, you can
In
barely
DR
afford
is.
yourself. So
In DR it is where you like pay people to
yeah, no, not in Cuba. I never saw it. Actually, I lie. I may have seen it once. It was family member, one of my aunt's husband's mom's rentals, which we went to one time, and we stayed over super close to the one of the best beaches in Cuba. And I think she had a maid at her main residence.
Yeah.
Because she had two residents somehow. I don't know how they were able to afford it, but apparently they had some money. So, yeah. That's the only time that I've seen it, though. I don't think I've seen it anywhere else. I'm sure that if you pay people, they'd be more than willing to help you out with anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's a thing for countries where either super poor countries or super rich countries. Like there's no in between for the middle ground countries. It's either on one end or the other end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's always I thought that was pretty interesting with the
Yeah, you wanna
housekeepers
wrap
and
it up?
whatnot. Do we have another couple of articles? I thought I posted 2 more or something like that.
We have the green.
So anyway, what you guys think? These aliens real? What's this cloaking device situation?
Bullshit.
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 Very quickly bullshits.
Toyota's green miracle engine. Almost looks like a 2J.
Toyota has created a revolutionary engine that should sharply cut car emissions. It is configured so that it does not have to be an EV to do so. According to Reuters, Toyota Motor showcased next generation engines on Tuesday that can be used in cars as varied as hybrids and those running on biofuel, as it targets tougher emission standards and doubles down on its strategy of selling more than just EVs. Toyota disguised itself by sticking to hybrids during the brief EV revolutions, while companies like GM and Ford poured billions into EV production. Toyota was widely criticized for not joining. As EV sales faltered, Ford was in financial trouble and pulled back from EVs almost completely. Green without EVs. Toyota's taking another green step forward is impressive as it continues to avoid the idea that the EVs will become popular soon. This also means that Toyota has no plans to compete with very low priced Chinese EV companies. Climate Crisis 247 believes that this is a trend that large car manufacturers must follow if they want to lower emissions, while the public interests in EV cools alternative engines will be vital to decreasing the effect transportation has on climate change.
I
So
think this is a waste of time for
have
them.
you ever seen those reels where it says dudes will do everything? It's like a jujitsu. 2 guys are just going at it. It'll say dudes will do everything except go to a therapist. And then there's other reels where like women will do everything except for going to the gym, and they'll be doing like like little jumping exercises to hit the bag and stuff like that. So
haven't seen
Toyota does everything instead of going electric, where the half of the world is going electric. They're like, no, we're not doing that. We're just gonna come out with a different engine. The thing to me is, I mean, if it's possible to do, you can't possibly tell me. We've been making engines for so many years. You can't possibly tell me that you didn't have this technology years ago. You know what I mean? Like, if you had the technology, why not implement it already? So I don't know.
Call of Duty Black Ops 6 has been announced.
I'm not buying it.
I'm gonna buy it.
I'm not
Let
buying
me
it.
tell you why. Let me sell you into this pitch right here.
Go ahead.
You see that screen, the way it looks,
Uh-huh.
right? It reminds me a lot. Call of Duty 2 or Black Ops 2
Uh-huh. Yes, it
and
does.
Black Ops 1.
Yes. Black Ops 2 was very good.
And Black Ops 1 was very good too.
I don't remember playing Black Ops 1, but I remember playing Black Ops 2.
Black Ops was very good. Black Ops 2 is very good. And if they follow the trend of really, really good looking, covers, I think this is going to be a good game, brother. I think this is gonna be a good game.
He just shows your fucking horrible loyalty to Black Ops, the Black Ops series. Of
I didn't
these
buy their
games.
last one because it looked like shit and it was just a reskin, but this one looks promising.
Yeah, I didn't buy Modern Warfare 3. I was not gonna
I
spend.
think Modern Warfare is out.
This is
Yeah.
a
No.
fucking Hussein, right?
Saddam, yeah. Looks like him anyway.
So they're bringing that boy. So you know it's gonna be another one of those fucking amazing games. I mean, they had Kennedy, Castro. Who else in the first game? They had Kennedy, Castro, and some other presidents.
Well, it's the
Anyways,
60s you're talking about. This is probably going to be close to 90s or 80s.
but they're bringing fucking real people into the game again, which I think it's gonna make for a good game.
They're going to try to chase down Hussein.
Yeah, I'll play the campaign.
I like playing the campaigns.
the
It's
camp-
something
the-
I like to do before I even play multiplayer.
Yeah, it's fun.
It
It's
kind of
like
gets
that-
you used to the
Campaign
game
is
a
where
little
it's
bit.
at. I don't even know what you're talking about.
No,
Multiplayer.
no, no.
Multiplayer is
Because
boring
some
as shit.
Some campaigns are dog shit, especially for Call of Duty, where it's
Yeah,
just like go
sometimes
out
they're
there,
bad.
kill this person, come back.
Sometimes they can be horrible.
Yeah.
But sometimes they can be good.
Or they can have really shitty stories.
You put that shit on a fucking veteran mode, going out there, killing that person becomes really, really hard.
No, I don't want to play Tarkov when I'm playing Call of Duty. That's not what I signed up for. If I want to play Tarkov, I go play Tarkov. An actual this is an arcade shooter. If I want to play a legit like hardcore shooter, I'll go play a game that's meant for that. This game is not
some
meant for that.
CS:GO, some Valorant, something like that.
Yeah.
Something more intense.
Yeah, something that's meant to be like a hardcore shooter. Not this shit is.
I don't
an
know what y'all
arcade shooter.
talking about. I love that
This
shit.
is casual shit. Dog. Like,
Recording. Truth is.
Yeah, it's gonna be 80s. The technology, looking at technology and stuff, it's gonna be
I don't know
probably
what you
80s.
do the audio fucking
Is a lie.
I mean, you can mute the one that says in and out.
Peace. So
No.
Okay.
we hit the war, and now it rages on in the shadows.
Behind closed doors, where we hide the world's secrets.
Oh
While
shit,
we
they're
build
bringing
your
fucking
trust, the world
conspiracy
falls
and
apart
stuff
around
into
you.
it, huh?
If you weren't so distracted.
That's
You
Bush
realize
Senior.
Nothing.
It's
is what
80s.
it seems. But if it's truth you seek, look in the dark.
That's hard. That shit's hard. That's gotta be a hard game.
Worldwide revealed June 9th. When's the game supposed to release?
Who knows? Probably 2 years from now. But I'm excited.
Well, I'm assuming it's gonna be this year's Call
I
of
mean,
Duty.
I hope
Probably.
they take their time with it. All
No,
the
it's
Call
gonna
of
be
Duty games have been fucking.
it's gonna be this
lackluster.
year's Call of Duty. So you're probably looking at September to November.
It's probably gonna be a November release, like every time they do a release. They typically do their release around November 26th, 27th, around my birthday. Which nice to know I have a nice birthday gift here waiting for me.
There you go. We got Mickey covered now. I already know what to get him. Just buy him a
If
pre-order.
you get him the game, I'll get him the extended pack.
The DLC.
The DLC.
They're gonna end up coming out. All right. Well,
Yeah.
let's wrap it up, brothers.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you everyone for joining us. We'll see you next week. Don't forget to check out our official sponsors, Vitality Wellness Center and the UFC Gym Largo. Looks
And
like there
stay
might-
tuned. We got more
yeah,
news
there's
coming in a
some-
couple
there's
of
some
months.
Good news that came in. I actually got to talk to Mickey about this, but yeah, I can't say nothing yet. But
Yeah.
there's some good news that came through. Hopefully, share it with you guys eventually. But
And guess what, guys? We didn't have any of the shit tango stuff today.
good. It's all
That's
shit,
so good,
anyways.
you know, it
so
really made
I don't
us-
know why we still
It
do
made it
that.
better.
Yeah, I thought we were supposed to get rid of that shit a long time ago.
Shit tango is good, bro. You gotta add a little bit of dumbness into the
No,
conversation.
no.
that-
It's just
why does it have to be relationship
It's
dumbness?
like a white girl talking to you
Yeah, it
with
is.
a Californian accent.
It is. It is straight. You were right.
It's just annoying.
Yeah, and then it says slay every 5 words. Every after every 5 words, she says slay. Yeah, I think we should read the shit tango like that. 5 words, say slay.
It would make more sense.
Yeah, it would make more sense.
Alrighty, guys. Yeah, we'll see you. Actually, yeah. So today's Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
We'll see you Thursday. But then after that, we'll be out for a week because your boy's going out of the country. So yeah. Besides that, Vitality Wellness, UFC Gym Largo. We'll check you out.